Welcome to Detroit and Ford Field as we anticipate a terrific matchup in this one. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The inside handoff. Turning it on. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
They'll ride the hot hand. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Guys, let's talk for just a second about Pittsburgh. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. You've got a very low number beside your name. You're going to get everybody's best shot, and that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, South Carolina. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick six early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Rides the back on the option to give. Finds that crease, and he's got... Out to the 29. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? We're going to get a lot of answers today. You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Now on the return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. He wants to change this route. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bump.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got him downfield. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. From the gun to give, looking for room. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quick completion on the out. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. He's got it. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
And listen, I know he just got rocked, but he held onto the football and got the first down. So when he can get up, when he has the strength to get back up, nothing to be worried about. Nice play, nice catch. Don't worry about that big stick. I got the first down. Signal that thing for me and celebrate.
They'll run the option. Now the toss. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Great job by the back on the option.
Great job by the running back scoring on that pitch play off the option. It wasn't easy. He had to make somebody miss and do some dirty work there down inside the 10-yard line, but nice individual effort.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll do it himself. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. What a job to lay out and make the catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Grabbed behind the line, it's Parker.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for room, it's Flanagan. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Got it in the middle. It's Dishman. Hauled down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
He'll keep it himself. Got some room, head to the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the touchdown, at least for now.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep chugging.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. It didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's going to take off. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
First and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football. You can do whatever you want. You can tell they call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside, go get another first down. First and 10 again.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes the grab. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming.
Well, that time on third and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up fourth.
Kick is in the air. On his way back from the 20. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Leaves it with the back. Finds a little space. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
It's complete to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Off the play fake. Moves around to clear up the vision. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. The Gamecocks come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Caught over the middle. It's Dishman. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, still on his feet. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Yeah, and now this this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gives it to the back on the draw. Makes it past the marker. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And you can see why it's so tricky for a defense to have to stop these draw plays. Everything the offense is doing is telling you pass. The quarterback, the offensive line, the running backs delaying. You've taken your deep drop in coverage, and now you've got to rally and find the football and do it trying to avoid these big 300-pound bodies running at you full speed. Not an enviable task.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. He's already thrown one pick, and look, he might get it together, but it seems like he's a little fouled up in his mechanics. A lot of things coming off his back foot.
And you want to get those feet set and in the ground. Once you start to drift, that ball, when you throw it, is going to drift. So he's just got to iron in, get those feet set, stay square every time he throws the football so he can be a little bit more accurate, stop making some of these bonehead plays.
Throws to the back. Pulls it in. It's blunt. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you can tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee you he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Panthers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the back. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And it's picked off right at the goal line.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Snagged in the middle. It's Dishman. They've got the first down. Mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Now facing a third and long. Puts it out of the air. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he is sacked as the defense adds a little emphasis to wrap up this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Panthers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like, the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. He makes the grab. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, not much the defense could do there. The defensive end crashed down thinking the running back had it, but nice job of the ball handling there by the QB.
Just trying to avoid negative plays, continue to put stress on the defense. That's what he does there.
And that's a play this guy can run in his sleep, too. They rep this over and over and over. It's like clockwork for this guy.
On the run, it's Flanagan. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Wants to throw on first down. Here's a hit. Nowhere to go, and the ball is Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Wants to go up top on first down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. With the catch, it's Blunt.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Throws for the tight end. Connection to the right. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
It'll be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be changing the route. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Looking to scramble. Trying to make magic with his feet.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David. Breaks into the open.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Blunt. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field.
Touchdown! Pitt made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to get the two-point conversion here and make it a three-point game. He's looking to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Offense changing the play. To the air on 1st down. The quick out. At the 45 on its way. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Touch pass on the jet sweep.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Now improvising. He's going to run it. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Gamecocks come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
Caught in the backfield. backfield. It's Dishman. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The Gamecocks in the hurry up. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
To the air on second down. Fires to the tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, third and long coming. Buys a little time with his feet. Grabbed over the middle. It's Beckham. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Texas A&M is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up in practice this week. They're up 14 over TCU. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Hauls it in. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Pitt pushing the pace.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
He'll take a deep shot here. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking to throw on first down. Right down the middle. Complete to the right. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They just keep firing. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Got it in the middle. It's Montgomery. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. They'll go to the air. Still looking on the move. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Looking to throw. They get it in for the 2-point conversion, and we have a 4-point game. They put together an 81-yard drive. They still need a touchdown to take the lead here in the 4th, and they'll try to get the ball back with the onside kick. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in, because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.